person. No, Hashem is saying that his what? Face shall what? God, no, his face is, no. You see now, how it is written there is like if who? He is what? Doing it. And he's actually doing it, like you say, son. But remember when we were studying last week, we see that what? A blessing is not what? Gimme, gimme, gimme. It's an action of you giving to Hashem. But he does give too. We see that he what? He gave us, he kneeled before us. He kneeled before us and he gave us a blessing. What's the blessing he gave us?
The Torah.
The Torah, not life. The Torah.
The guide.
The Torah. The Torah. He gave us the Torah. And what he gave, does it belong to him?
No.
It can never belong to him.
No.
Who it belongs to?
Everyone.
Who it belongs to? Who it belongs to?
Person.
No.
The other person.
Who it belongs to?
The other person.
It belongs to others.
But weren't we the others at one point in time?
No, but you already have it.
Yeah, but I'm talking from God to...
All right. Point well taken. Point well taken. All right. Psh, reel back. All right. You're right. But because you are who you are now. I never take it for granted that all of us here know Hashem as Lord and as King. I never take it for granted. So this is why I speak in these type of terms. So you got to bear with me as we are a what? A Shema ministry. We Shema. We set up a defense. We defend what? The Torah. We preserve the Torah and we give the Torah. Is the Torah ours? Remember we learned that what? The Torah is what? The Torah is what?
A guide.
No, the Torah is what?
Tongue?
Speech. Language.
Word.
Word? Tongue? Liquid? Honey? Yo.
You see, it's like, you see, because we are so westernized, we have sugar, we have ice cream, we have all these sweet things, sweet delicacies, that we can't remember that the Torah is honey. You know it's honey? I like to negate the Torah to my wife. I like to negate the Torah too. Because I don't like honey, I don't like nothing sweet like that. Them kind of sweetness. I like sweetness. I like Eden. I love Eden. Eden is pleasure. Look it up. So now we're seeing that this word here, it giving us an imagery of what and who we ought to represent. Who we ought to represent. Somebody find Exodus 33:14 for me. So now, we're seeing that Yahweh is telling Moses and the priest that his presence will what?
Go with thee.
Go with them. Right?
And I will give thee rest.
Good? His presence will go with them. Right? So now if his presence is going to go with them, his present, that word there, present. Right? That word there, present. If we use that same word in Numbers. In Numbers chapter 6. 14. 33:14.
13:14, man.
33:14. What it says in your book there? What it says? My what? My present will go with thee.
And I will give thee rest.
Good. But what does that word there in the Hebrew mean? Present. You know what it means? Who can tell me?
Self.
Face. Face. But why the translators didn't use face and they used present? Presence. Why they didn't use face and they use present? Because a Western people, you're writing for Western Greco culture, they could only write for they to what? Understand. But it has nothing to do with the Hebraic construct or context of what Hashem want to communicate to us. He's saying, now my presence is going to go with you. So now, when we look at Exodus 33 from 1 to 13, what Yahweh is telling Moses, who can find that quick for me? And I want a nice reader who could read. I want you to read with the emphasis of the author. You know, when I say the emphasis of the author, when the author is reading, and I want the breadth, I want the context. Exodus 33 from verse 1 to 13. From verse 1 to 13. Now, Yahweh is having a discourse with who? With Moshe, right? And he's telling him something. He's relaying something to him. So I want somebody to read that for me. All right, go ahead.
And the Lord said unto Moses, Depart and go up hence, thou and the people which thou hast brought up out of the land of Egypt, unto the land which I swear unto Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, saying, Unto thy seed will I give it. And I will send an angel before thee, and I will drive out the Canaanites, the Amorites, and the Hittites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, unto a land flowing with milk
and honey.
For I will not go up in the midst of thee, for thou art a stiff-necked people.
Wait! Read that again for me.
Unto a land flowing with milk and honey. For I will not go up in the midst of thee, for thou art a stiff-necked people.
Go ahead.
Lest I consume thee in the way. And when the people heard these evil tidings, they mourned, and no man did put on him his ornaments. For the Lord said unto Moses, Say unto the children of Israel, Ye are stiff-necked people. I will come up into the midst of thee, and in a moment, and consume thee. Therefore, now put off thy ornaments from thee, that I may know what to do unto thee. And the children of Israel stripped themselves of their ornaments by the Mount Horeb. And Moses took the tabernacle and pitched it without the camp, afar off from the camp, and called it the tabernacle of the congregation. And it came to pass that everyone which sought the Lord went out unto the tabernacle of the congregation, which was without the camp. And it came to pass, when Moses went out unto the tabernacle, that all the people rose up, and stood every man at his tent door, and looked after Moses, until he was gone into the tabernacle. And it came to pass, as Moses entered into the tabernacle, the cloudy pillar descended, and stood at the door of the tabernacle. And the Lord talked with Moses. And all the people saw the cloudy pillar stand at the tabernacle door. And all the people rose up and worshipped, every man in his tent door. And the Lord spake unto Moses face to face, as a man speaketh unto his friend. And he turned again into the camp. But his servant Joshua, the son of Nun, a young man, departed not out of the tabernacle. And Moses said unto the Lord, See, thou sayest unto me, Bring up this people, and thou hast not let me know whom thou wilt send with me. Yet thou hast said, I know thee by name, and thou hast also found grace in my sight. Now therefore, I pray thee, if I have found grace in thy sight, shew me now thy way, that I may know thee, that I may find grace in thy sight. And consider that this nation is thy people. Is that it?
Yeah. 13?
13.
Good. Good.
Amen.
So far the scriptures. Now look at something. Now what we see going on here, we see a discourse with Hashem and Moses. What do people say? We don't want to talk to who? This God. What he said? You're stiff-necked people. What I'm going to do to you? What he said? I'm going to kill. If I go with you, what I'll do? I'll kill you. No. Here we say, no man could see Hashem what? Face to face, right? But you see, he tell Moses, I'll let you see my backside. I'll pass my backside by you, and you will live. But he said, least I go with you, what will happen to all of you all? You will die. But he said, no, you know what? No, no, look at something. Oh, you know, when I hear the word. You have to forgive me. Look at something. He's saying face to face. So now we're seeing that imagery of face. So now what we're getting an understanding of what face is. The face of Hashem speaks about his what? His wholeness, his completeness, that which he embodies. You see now, we see and we relate with God with our faces. How much face God have? How much face God have?
More than
One. He's everyone.
Say that again?
He's everyone and everywhere.
He's omniscient. No, but how much face he has?
One.
More than
One.
One face and everything.
One,
More than one.
one.
All right. One, yes. How much somebody else say? Three, yes. Now that's a mystery, right? 1 and 3. 1 and 3. Why 1 and 3? He's 1, but yet 3. And we